Blessed first quarter moon in Cancer. Blessed first quarter moon. She was so perfect. Like you could just cut like half a pie. It was so perfect. And then I got my phone and I came back and now it's cloudy. But at least you can see her. So I want to send you some messages on this first quarter moon about setting intentions. And we're going to hear from the Blue Heron Spirit Medicine. I'm going to put you on pause. Oh, look at that. She's coming out. Look at that. That's just a first quarter moon. That's how beautiful and powerful she is. Okay. It almost looks like a face, doesn't it? Do you guys see that? Almost looks like eyes and a mouth. Anyway, I'm going to put you on pause for a second and I'm going to bring you back to the Spirit Medicine book. Hold on. I know I said I was going to talk to you from the book, but I adjusted the lighting and look at how cool it looks. I'm going to go down a little bit. Look at how pretty she is. Look at how pretty she is. Blessed first quarter moon. Look at that. I just had to show you. Uh-oh, look at this one. Baba, she's like, I thought we were shooting an episode. Okay, come on. Come on, we gotta go back. Come on. Let's go. She's like, but I want to play with the moon. Okay, we're gonna go back. Go on. Come on. Up the stairs. Up the stairs you go. Go, 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 go. Go on. Go on. You gonna say hi to everybody? Go on. Come on. Go to your tent. Go to your tent. So you guys are gonna see. This is where we're camping out. She knows to go to her tent. Go in your tent. Do you want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi to Anna? Oh, and say happy birthday, Bailey. Today's my grandma's birthday. It's July 7th, but tomorrow is one of our tribe members, Bailey's birthday. Okay, so here we go. So today I want to talk to you about the blue heron. Now, today my husband and I were down by the water at sunset. And he said, wow, look at the moon. And I go, oh yeah, it's first quarter moon today. And I wanted to try and do a pick-a-pow, but nothing was coming. And then all of a sudden, this blue heron flew in our faces and then flew into the sunset, into the first quarter moon. It was really, really powerful. So right when I saw the blue heron flying into the moon, I knew that this was a message for us today. So let me get my glasses on. Okay, so the blue heron says, thank you, sacred water bird, for sending reflections to me, the mirrors of the quest for life, the worlds that live inside of me. Show me how relationships work, with my path woven within the whole, the lessons of kinship with all life, reflecting my spirit's eternal goal. Wow. Now this is going to be different for everybody because this is a mass reading. Okay, so this is what the blue heron has to say. And it's each spirit medicine animal has words or a word that describes them. This is number 45, which is also the number 9, if that means anything to you guys. And the words are self-reflection. Heron medicine is the power of knowing the self by discovering its gifts and facing its challenges. It is the ability to accept all feelings and opinions without denying any emotion or thought. Heron flies over those who are unaware of who they are and where they belong in the world. Gently dropping a blue feather to them, Heron asks that they follow their intuition and begin the empowering journey of self-realization. So, I don't know if it was the first or the second day we were here. I think it was the second day. My husband went down to the water and watched this blue heron, and they had this connection. And then he turned around and he looked and he saw this feather, this gorgeous blue heron feather. And I was like, wow, honey, That's really potent. That's really powerful. And I said, we're going to have to look it up in my book. And I forgot to look it up, but look at, they came to us today. And come on, what are the odds, right? So it says, if the great blue heron has flown into your cards today, it is urging you to dive into the watery world of feelings to seek your truth. Heron teaches you to develop your self-reflection skills so that you may come to know yourself in an intimate way, looking at yourself through the filmy lens of self-importance, the cloudy perceptions of low self-worth, or the myopic eyes of self-pity. You will never understand your true potential or appreciate the opportunities that appear. I had to change angle, sorry about that. Heron asks that you examine yourself with a cold eye to see what you wish to improve and how you want to change. If you get stuck in the process, it may be a sign that you're being too hard or critical. Choosing to blame others and constantly pointing a finger at life situations instead of claiming responsibility for your actions shows that you lack the courage to face the enemy within. Heron medicine people are willing to look at themselves and see the truth of their motives, actions, feelings, dreams, goals, inner strengths, and inner weaknesses. And balancing those truths, Heron's medicine shows you how to meet the challenges of your personal weaknesses and how to continue developing the skills that lead to inner strength and certainty of purpose. Are you willing to dive into the watery depths of your own feelings and discover the role of your spiritual essence? Let's turn the page. It says, Heron is now calling you to delve deeper, to know yourself and to trust your path like the phoenix who rises from its own ashes. Heron emerges from the unseen worlds of spirit into a new balanced sense of self in order to embrace its potential again and again. The magnificence of your human spirit lies waiting for the joy of discovery. If you are courageous enough to follow the water bird throughout the journey, Heron reminds you that every traveler on life's journey is a messenger, and that every destination is the beginning of a new life cycle on the medicine wheel. And because in this situation, the Spirit was talking to us about new beginnings, I don't feel like we need to go into the contrary. But if you want to take a screenshot of it and work with that medicine, if it feels like it belongs to you, then work with it. I feel like that was just a message from the Blue Heron for moving forward. By the way, look at this fire. Beautiful. And Alder's sleeping over there. And Baba's having herself a little snooze. And look at how beautiful it is here. Shall we go take a look back at the moon? I hope that medicine from the Blue Heron helped you. The good news is, Spirit, look at, I brought my plants. We've got a potato plant. We've got an altar going for Spirit there. We've got Jazzy, my jasmine. We've got Cactus Kelly, Frodo, our jade. Oh, and then we have Poppy. Poppy the peppermint. This is our little altar over here. But anyway, I've been going through my own stuff, really heavy stuff, you guys. So if you don't want to hear anything about my personal stories, feel free to pass on or to keep going, or excuse me, to stop. But Spirit did call for us to go to our storage unit, and I pulled, gosh, I don't know, 5 or 6 decks, I think. Oh, look at that moon. So I pulled some decks. I'm definitely going to do a pick-a-pile. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow. I thought I'd be doing one today for the first quarter moon, and then they just didn't have me do it. So, and then at the end of the day, like I said, the heron came to me. But here, let's go outside. Let's go out here. Isn't this pretty? So for those of you who are curious to know what's going on, I know some of you have texted me and reached out through different messaging systems, and I just want you to know we're okay. So I've decided I'm not homeless. I'm home free. And, really honestly be careful what you wish for, because many times I would say, I would rather be homeless than live in this place anymore and deal with our landlord's stuff. And look at, we're literally living homeless, but we're not homeless. I've decided to call it home free because, hello, sweet fairy, um, because I feel like that's what it is. I had a moment today. I was in this beautiful salt water, and I was talking to the herons and the eagles and the seagulls, and this where I'm staying is like a haven for eagles and blue herons. And the seagulls come, but not many because the eagles will eat them, so they don't. And the crows, we had a murder of crows show up here. I think it was Wednesday. Was it yesterday morning? I think it was. Yeah. So we went back to our old house and went through our storage. We had to deal with some stuff there, and I wanted to go through the storage. And like now that we've been like living like this, I'm like, okay, I know what I have at my house, what we can, use to do better. This thing better, that thing better. And I have to tell you something. After we left there, I felt such a relief, and I said to Alder, I said, you know what? I honestly, 1113, by the way, I've been seeing 1113 or 1311 everywhere. So we'll put that down for angel number 1113. But I am okay. I would rather live like this. And the irony is, where we are right now, like you're only allowed to camp up to 14 days per camp spot, but we're okay with that because it's summer and it's beautiful. And where we are on the Olympic Peninsula, it's not too cold and it's not too hot. It's nice. It's like 50s at night, kind of 60s, and then like 70s and like low 80s during the day. It's just like a nice. We've got this beautiful salt air, beautiful, we're on the Hood Canal. It's just lovely. But I will say this, it is literally only $22 more a week to stay here than where we were staying. And yeah, we don't have big camper anymore, but I really got it down. We're getting it down, and we're searching for a bigger tent. We're trying to find like a cabin tent because right now we are just in a sleeping tent, Alder and I at night, and at night Bubba's in the car, locked up safe. And I have it tricked out. It's like her little apartment. She's cool. She's got her food, her water, her litter box. She's got like all these different places to sleep and run around in the van. So, the back seats are out. She's okay. She's okay. I know there's no lightning bugs in Washington, but I swear to God, I just saw a lightning bug. Did you guys see that? Anyway, it's probably a fairy. There's lots of fairies out here. I'm not a big fan of the vampire fairies, which some people call mosquitoes, but I've been keeping them at bay with citronella, essential oil, and cedar wood, and tea tree oil, and stuff like that. Anyway, long story short, I'm okay. And you know what? We did ask for this. He said today over dinner, we were sitting outside, and he goes, do you remember when he goes, every time we go camping, you get sad when we go home, and you said, I could do this, at least for the summer. And he goes, do you remember last summer when you said, wouldn't it be cool if we like camped all next summer? Like if we don't find a place, we'll just like camp and go all around the peninsula and find places, see where we really want to live. And I looked at him and I go, oh yeah. And he goes, so we can't be angry at Spirit. He goes, we asked for this. He goes, we asked for this. I'm like, you're right. So I just needed to transition, and I'm still transitioning out of like having an actual house. I've never lived like this before, and I wasn't sure how it was going to work, but you saw how Baba is. I mean, it took us a minute. It's been 8 days now, 8 full days that we've been living like this. A few days in, I kind of had a meltdown because I was like, oh my God, like we have nowhere to go after this. And he was just like, calm down. And then like one of his work people that he really loves, one of his regular clients, actually wanted him to do some work. And he's like, dude, I'm way too far from you. And he agreed to pay Alder for the gas and his extra time to come work for him. And I was like, all right, then do it. And it's nice because it just like helps us to like not, you know, freak out. Also, there's a lot of free camping here and in Oregon. So honestly, it's like I realize like there's no fear. And get this. Now, mind you, there's going to be more I want to share with you guys because a lot's happened. But there are two sisters that are staying here, the oldest one's 81. I don't know how old the other one is, but I think she's in her 70s. And they're like old witches. They're so amazing. They've been teaching me so much. And the oldest one, the 81-year-old Carol, she's a Reiki master. I mean, go figure. And she's like old school Reiki master, like, you know, like from Asia and like the old way. She walks the old way in terms of Reiki. So I've learned a lot from her. And I said, can I interview you for my channel? I'm like, I think the other light workers would really love to hear from you. And she's like, oh, I don't know. She said she's still thinking about it. But we're leaving on the same day. They've been here 2 weeks. And we've only been here 8 days. But by the time we leave here, we'll be here, I think, 12. So, yeah. So we're okay. Thank you so much. And thank you for the donations, you guys. It really does help a lot. You know, anytime you can throw $10, $5, $20 our way, it does make a difference. And for those of you who sent big chunks of money a few weeks ago, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's because of you that we got out of Big Camper. We had to put money into Big Camper to sell her. So seriously, you guys, I've said this in a few videos, but I don't know what they're going to have me post and what they're not going to have me post. But this one I know for sure is. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You know who you are. Thank you. It was such a great, magnificent help. You don't even know. So, you know, when you're ready for a reading, hit me up. But yeah, I'm tomorrow. I don't know if he's not gonna be here, and I won't have access to charge my phone. So I don't know if I'm gonna do the pick a pile, but I'm definitely gonna do it soon because I got the vibe from Spirit. And today it was crazy. I didn't have my phone with me. I had to use Alder's phone, but the cloud scrying was unbelievable, and it was dragons. There were dragons everywhere. I have it on. I was like, "Give me your phone." I'm like, "I have to take video." And out of all of my decks, they only had me grab like 5, and they had me pull the Dragon's Path. So look out for that one. I don't know when we're going to be using that one, but that's a really awesome deck. And I don't know what they're going to have me do or what's going to, you know. I feel like right now I'm kind of in my own healing transitional process. I've been working with these beautiful, you know, crone witches. I'm in my baby crone and they're in their elder crone. And we've just been having some real come to Jesus moments. And she was so funny. She was like, cut the bullshit. She just is like, no, like we've only known each other a week. And she just like, you know, because now we've been talking every day. These two sisters, they walk back and forth. They just like walk all around the campground. Seriously, they put us all to shame. They're amazing. The one sister in her 70s averages like 10 miles a day. She has it on an app. She's amazing. There's a lot of walking to do around. It's a gorgeous campground. So anyway, so it's been good. It's been scary. I've had a lot of breakdowns. I'm not going to lie. I've cried. I've gotten freaked out. I had one incident a few days ago where there was an energy here, an entity. I don't even want to talk about it, but I don't feel them right now, but it was pretty dark and sinister. And I just called in Michael and just asked, you know, all of the archangels to just, you know, help bring them to rest, bring them, you know, let them know they don't have to walk haunted here. That something definitely bad happened to them. And I don't know if it happened to them here or if it happened to them with someone that was here and they were trying to talk to me. But anyway, I worked with the archangels and I feel like we passed them over because I haven't felt them at all. So, but that was a little trippy because I was sitting by the fire. Alder went to bed. It was like so dark in the campground. It was like after 4th of July and like it was really quiet. And I was just sitting around the fire by myself. And at first I was like, I thought it was an actual girl, like walking, like a young, like in her early 20s walking towards me through the woods. Like I couldn't kind of see her. And then like she did one of those kind of things you see in a horror movie where she kind of comes up on you fast, like the ghost. I was like, oh girl, do not trip me out like that. I'm like, you just freaked me out. It really freaked me out. But I was like, you can't do that. I'm like, don't do that. That's mean. I'm like, I'm human and that's kind of freaky. But she was trying to communicate with me and she just didn't. She was a young spirit, but we helped her. That's about the only weird thing that's happened to me. Other than that, it's just been my own personal shit, working through my own demons, dramas, fear. You know, Alder's not afraid because he's done this so many times where he's just lived out of his van or has lived out of his truck or, you know, he loved it. But it's Bubba, you know, it was more Bubba. And then also like how we're going to work, where we're going to get money, what's going to happen. And then finally, my Reiki master was like, I call her my Reiki master, but Carol was like, that's not who you are. She's like, you're such a powerful entity. She goes, I felt you when I was walking. She said that the first time she felt me was when she was walking towards our campsite, and she said that she can feel me and Alder really strongly. She's like, you two have some of the most beautiful energy I've ever felt. And then that was the first few days. And then after like the third or fourth day, I started to freak out. She was like, I can feel your darkness. I can feel your fear. And she's like, knock that shit off. She's like, that's not who you are. She's like, you know better. She's like, you're letting the human get the better of you. She's like, knock it off. But I needed it. I needed her tough love. She's like, I'm an old cranky bitch. And I go, no, I'm like, that's exactly what I need. Sorry, I'm whispering, but I'm at a campground. I'm trying to be respectful. It's almost 10 o'clock. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm excited to start doing some spirit work again. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions. Are there any topics for readings that you'd like to do? I don't know if they're going to keep me with the moon stuff. It's just part of me. I'm born on a moon day. It's part of my energy and my essence. But if there's any other readings that you guys really need some guidance on right now, some topics that you need some guidance on, please comment below, and I'll have Spirit decide what readings we'll do. Okay. So until then, blessed new moon, or well, not new moon, excuse me, blessed first quarter moon in Cancer. Let's get those intentions set. What do we really want to work on in this moon cycle? I know for me, it's no fear. No more fear. No more fear. No fear. That's mine. I'm going to set that intention to this moon cycle. What is your intention? What's your dream? Everybody's got a dream. What's your dream? Oh, I love you guys so much. I hope you're well. I know that a lot of us are going through some major shit right now, so just know you're not alone. I'm sending you love and peace and blessings all the time, of abundance and good health and happiness and peaceful slumber. I love you so much, and so does Spirit. Until next time, blessed be.